All right, welcome on in, everyone. My name is Coach Christian, bringing you another daily Coach Care Connect virtual workout. Today, we got some really good stuff. Like always, we're going to go through the warm-up and get into 3 supersets today. They're all going to be 2 moves. We're going to go right back and forth, bang, bang, 1, 2, and then we'll take a little rest. We'll give you some break, catch your breath a little bit before we get into that next superset. Now, all of our supersets today are going to be, we're going to go through them 3 times. So you got 9 total sets today. It's going to be some really good stuff. Let's get warmed up right away. We're going to start on the turf, so bring it on down, high plank position, and we're going to hop 1 foot outside of our hand for a Spider-Man with rotation. So once I get my foot up, I'm going to follow my hand with my eyes, open up my chest, and then back to my high plank position. We're going to alternate sides here. I want you to knock out 10 total reps, so 5 on each side. Now, for weights today, as you guys are getting warmed up, start to think about some of your weights. If you got some heavy ones, a set of heavy weights, that would be perfect. We're going to go through some 2-point rows today and some goblet squats that you can use some heavy weights in our first superset. And then we'll have some other exercises where we need a lighter weight too. So we're going to have some front raises that we go through, or if you got a smaller kettlebell, smaller dumbbell, that'll work perfect. The shoulders, we're going to work some of the smaller muscles in our shoulders and upper back to get a good response today. All right, so as you guys are finishing up your Spider-Man with rotation, again, it's 5 on each side, 10 total. We're gonna get into a standing shoulder mobility drill next. So when you are done, you can bring it up to the feet. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get into a good hinge position to start with this one. So hinge, kind of like you're deadlifting, right? You got a soft bend in the knee, little tension in the hamstrings, and my low back is nice and flat, spine is neutral. From here, I'm gonna actively try to push my hands away, reach out, and then I'm gonna come back all the way through, rotating my hands around so my thumbs come up. Put the hands together if you can, and then thumbs are all the way up like you're giving a thumbs up at the top. Again, I'm trying to actively push my hands away from my shoulders and working my shoulder joints, warming them up a little bit. We have 5 total reps there, so nice and slow, 5 times through. So again, make sure you're in that good hinge position. Try to keep your arms as long as possible, and then work through that range of motion. Good, that's gonna get the upper body warmed up. In that hinge position, you can get a little bit of lower body as well. So it's kind of like a dual purpose. Perfect. Now, hit those last couple of reps here, again, 5 total, and then we're gonna get into some Cossack squats. Now, Cossack squats are gonna warm up the low body, get the hips really well is good. So, what we're gonna do, legs nice and wide. From here, we're gonna drop it over to one side. So coming down, my toe on the opposite side is gonna come up here. Weight is in my heel, my chest is nice and tall. I push back to the center. There's 1, we're gonna go 5 on each side for 10 total. Now, if you're struggling with this one, we can always go into a regular side lunge here as well, but I really want you to focus on the inside leg, keeping it nice and long as you come down, and feeling that stretch right behind your leg and the hamstring, and getting the lower body warmed up. Finishing up your 10 reps here, and then we're gonna get into some Z hops, get the heart rate going before we get into our first superset. Good. Now take a second when you get into each side with your Cossack squat, especially in your last 2 reps, just sink it in, try to roll around a little bit, feel that good stretch, keep the chest tall, and then hit that last rep. Good. All right, so last warm-up exercise that we're gonna go through is a Z hop. Picture a little Z on the ground. You're gonna go through it 20 total hops. So if you don't wanna picture the Z, the big thing is keeping the feet together, and then we're gonna hop side to side. So 20 total reps on your own. If you're not jumping today, you can always do some calf raises to get the heart rate going as well. So knock out those 20, and then we'll get into our first superset of the day. I'll give you guys about 20 seconds to get this one done. Good. All right. Good, about 5 more seconds. First superset of the day. Again, we're gonna go through all these 3 times. Everything today is gonna be 10 reps. Now, sometimes it's gonna be 10 total reps if you got them alternating, and that might be 5 on each side. Sometimes it's gonna be 10 each, like our 2-point row, it's gonna be 10 reps on each side. So just know that we're gonna do that today. So first one is gonna be our 2-point row. For today, I'm gonna use kettlebells. Dumbbells work great. Whatever you got for weight is gonna be perfect. 2 points. 2 points of contact with the ground. So my front knee, I'm gonna get into almost like a lunge position. My shoulder, my knee, and my toe are almost right in a line. I'm not gonna support my front leg on this one. I'm gonna keep my hand off to use my core a little bit, and then I'm rolling up to the bottom of my rib cage, trying to drive my elbow back actively, and then driving back down. We got 10 here. I'll switch to my other side. I'll knock out 10 over there. Right after that, we're gonna go quick into a goblet squat. So superset, we're gonna cut down the time in between our first two exercises, and then we'll take a break and repeat. Next one is gonna be a goblet squat, or whatever type of squat you wanna do with the weight that you have. I'm gonna do a goblet squat because I'm gonna keep it tight to my chest. We're gonna squat down, deep into it, stand it up. We got 10 total reps there. If you got 2 kettlebells, you can always go front rack position. You got dumbbells, you can always do goblet. You can do overhead if you want. Whatever works for you, that's what we're gonna look for today. So, you guys got about 15 seconds before we get started in our first superset. Again, it's 10 reps of our 2-point row. You're gonna hit both sides. 10 goblet squats. We'll take a quick break, about 30-second break, and then we'll get into our next superset. So here we go. 10 seconds and we're gonna start, so grab your weight. 2-point row to start here. Here we go. Find that good position, shoulder, knee, toe in a straight line. Back leg has a little bend, but it's a little long. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's hit it. Again, you're actively driving that elbow back, controlling on the way down. I'm gonna hit my 10 over here before I switch it over to my other side. Now, just so you guys know, to get in that right position, if my left foot is forward, I'm gonna be rowing with my right hand here. And then I can narrow my stance. That makes me work a little bit harder for balance, or I can widen out that stance, so nice and narrow, or I can get a little bit wider, and that helps me keep it a little bit more. Good. When you get over to the second side, you got 10 more, same thing. You want to be tight with the core, and we're rowing so the shoulders aren't opening. The core is tight, keeping that chest square to the ground. Good. Now, as soon as you're done with that second side of your rows, you're going into your squats, and you got 10 of them. The rest is on the other side of that. So grab whatever weight you got, and we're going 10 full range of motion squats. I want you to get deep in this one. Find your end range of motion, get down there, and stand up fast. Good. Good, so you should be finishing up that first set within the next about 20 seconds here. Take your time. If you gotta go into the rest a little bit to finish it up, that is perfectly fine. It is your workout today. We're just getting you through it. Good. So, as you guys are finishing up the goblet squats, we got a 30-second rest. So I'm gonna start the 30 seconds right now. If you're finishing up your last couple reps, that's okay. These first couple supersets aren't gonna be the highest intensity cardio-wise, so you're not gonna have the highest heart rate, but take some time, let your muscles rest a little bit in between our sets. So, you're about halfway through your rest already. 15 seconds to go. 2-point rows, goblet squats, superset number 1, our second time through. All right, team, 5 seconds. And let's go right back into it. 10 on each side, here we go. Again, really drive your elbow back. If you gotta adjust weights after round number 1, that is perfectly fine as well. You're trying to find the weight that works best for you. At the end of these 10 reps, you should feel like you probably got, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 left in the tank. But if you got 10 to 15 left in the tank, I would love if you would go a little bit heavier. After your 10 on one side, flip it over to the other. Again, don't support that front leg. Use the core to keep the shoulders square. Actively drive that elbow back. Get a good range of motion on this one as well. Good. So, as you guys are finishing up your 2-point rows, again, 10 on each side, we're working that back. We got goblet squats. You're no rest in between. As soon as you're done with that 20th total rep, 10 on each side, we're going right into our squats. Drive the knees out, chest stays tall on this one. If you gotta limit the range of motion a little bit, I'm okay with that, but I would rather just have you lose the weight and work your range of motion there. Good. So when you get into your squats, we got about 25 seconds left to finish up this superset. Again, take your time. We got no rush here. If you're done, you get a little bit of extra time to rest. If you're still working, keep going after it here. About 20 seconds. Again, finish those squats, get deep into it, drive, press the ground away. You gotta apply force to the ground to stand back up today. Good. So as you guys finish up your squats, it's 30 seconds of rest. We'll start in about 10 seconds. So finish them up, your last couple of reps, make them your best of the round. And then here we go, 30 seconds, and we'll get into our last round of our first superset today. Grab some water, grab whatever you gotta do here. Make sure you're recovering in between rounds. All right. So 15 seconds, and we're gonna get into that last time through our first superset. 2-point rows, 10 on each side, goblet squats, 10 total, and then we'll move on to our next superset. 5 seconds. All right, team, here we go. Let's do it. 10 on each side. Let's go. Get into that good position, and let's row it out. So again, you're really squeezing that handle. The harder you squeeze, you can get a little extra on this, getting a little grip strength, a little forearm work in there. Try to break the handle of that kettlebell or weight, whatever you're holding. And again, drive the elbow back. Keep the elbow in nice and tight. We don't need it going out too far today. We'll hit some wide rows in some other workouts. But again, nice and tight, neutral grip, and we are rowing. Good. Now, as always, if you're looking for a little extra, we can slow the reps down a little bit. You can take some time under tension. It'll take a little bit longer, but you're going to get a little bit more work. As soon as you're done with your 2-point rows on each side, right into the goblet squats, team. Whatever kind of squats that you got today. Maybe if you got a lot left in the tank and you want to try a little bit harder squat, you go into those overhead squats. You add a little bit more weight, whatever works for you. And that's what we're looking for today. Now, I'll give you guys about 25, 30 seconds here to finish up this superset. A little bit longer rest in between our supersets as we get into our second one. So again, like always, last couple of goblet squats are going to be your best. They're your last squats of the day. Good. All right. All right, team, as you guys are finishing up, superset number 1 is done. We're gonna move on to superset number 2. Same format here. We're gonna do 2 exercises. We're gonna have about a 30-second break in between before we all move into that second round. First one is gonna be an alternating forward lunge. Don't have to add weight. If you want, I would hold it at the chest. I would do one weight, whatever you guys want though. The chest is gonna be forced to kind of stay upright, but alternating forward lunges, walking forward, driving back to your standing position. Again, I was gonna hold it on the chest. You can hold it at the sides if you want, whatever works for you. But it's gonna be 10 total reps there. So 5 on each side, knock out your 10. After that, you're gonna use your weight, whatever you got, for some offset push-ups. And you got 5 on each side for 10 total. So offset push-ups, one hand is gonna be on your weight, other hand is gonna be on the floor. You can be on your toes, you can be on your knees, whatever works for you, but we're gonna go all the way down, all the way up. I'll hit 5 on this side, I'll switch the weight over for 5 on the other side. So offset push-ups paired with our alternating forward lunges. There we go. Now, if the offset doesn't work for you as well, we can do regular push-ups from the ground. Again, it is up to you to decide if you want to go up to the toes or maybe drop it to the knees. My favorite thing to do is to start up on the toes. When you run out of reps there, then drop it to the knees to the finish. All right, you guys got about 12 seconds, and then we're going to get right into it, alternating forward lunges to start superset number 2. Here we go. Again, we can grab 2 weights, whatever works. 3, 2, 1, let's lunge. Again, take that big step. You're looking for 90 and 90. 90 degree in that front knee. Drive back to the center. You got 10 total reps, so it's going to go a little bit quicker. Good, good. Now, after your 10 reps, we're dropping it right down to the ground into that offset push-up. So hit those lunges, finish them up. Then again, offset push-ups. Maybe start on the toes. When you run out of reps, that's when we drop it to the knees. Again, it's 10 total reps. Little upper body push, it's always good for us. The rows are an upper body pull. This is kind of like the opposite. We got to keep our body balanced. Again, it's 10 total here, so 5 on each side. Knock them out, and then it is yours to rest. This superset should take just a little bit less time than the first one because it's a little bit less reps. Good, so I'll give you about 10 seconds to finish up here, and then we'll start that 30 seconds of rest. Good. All right, 30 seconds. I'll give you about 40. That was pretty short, but we'll give you that little extra rest just in case anyone's still finishing up. Alternating forward lunges and offset push-ups. Those are the 2. We got 2 more rounds of it. Hopefully you can adjust your weights a little bit if you have the option to. I know some of us are working at home. You don't have access to all the weights that we want, but we can always kind of play with things to make them work for you. Make sure we're grabbing water in between rounds. You guys got about 20 seconds before we start still. All right, so alternating forward lunges. Again, hopefully you guys didn't do 20 total there. It's only 10 total. That's 5 on each side. Offset push-ups, 10 total, 5 on each side as well. 5 seconds, here we go. Grab your weights. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10 lunges, knocking them out. Again, alternate sides. It'll help you. There was 4 for me. Keep it rolling. Again, you want to find a good pace on this one. Be powerful with that push back. The front leg is getting a lot of work here. So get down there, stabilize, boom, push back up to the top. As soon as you're done with the forward lunges, we're dropping it down to the offset push-ups. So again, 1 weight. If the first round was a little tough or a little easy, adjust. If it was too easy, maybe take it up to the toes. If it was a little too hard, you could always drop it to the knees. Again, but we're pressing into that weight. The offset nature is gonna force a lot of brain function here. It's gonna actually make us work a little bit harder. Make sure all of our muscles are firing the right way. Some of those shoulder complex muscles in there, gonna get tiny. But good, here we go. Last couple reps, finishing strong. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to finish up, and then we'll get our 30 seconds of rest. Good, so 30 seconds, 2 rounds down. We got 1 more superset of our forward lunges and offset push-ups. You guys have crushed the first 2 rounds. We got 1 more as always. Grab water if needed. Do whatever you gotta do. All right, 15 seconds. So, last time through, again, forward lunges, offset push-ups. Really go after this one, give me your all. Let's grab those weights. We got 6 seconds. Let's do a team lunges. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Deep into it, drive back up to even. There we go. Again, hit your 10, 5 on each side, and then it's right down into those push-ups. Last round of push-ups today. It's our last upper body pushing movement, so we can really go after it. Good. Right down into them, finishing your lunges, and then boom, we're going down, a little upper body pushing again, pressing the ground away. Good. When you get your 5, flip it on over. There we go. Now I'll give you guys about 15 seconds to finish up. And then we're gonna have a longer break again as we get into our last superset of the day. But very good. Now, 2 supersets down, 1 to go. We got 2 more movements, same format here as well. We're gonna go through 3 times, 2 moves, 10 reps apiece. So, superset number 3, we're gonna go into a kneeling front raise to start, and then some alternating chest presses. So, our 2 movements, we're gonna start on the knees here. Now, when we're on the knees, we don't wanna be sitting back. We wanna come straight up. We wanna engage the glutes so you have a straight line from your knees all the way up to your chest. Then, I'm gonna grab the sides of my weight, front raise, coming up to shoulder height, and then controlling on the way down. So you got 10 reps there. If your weight is too heavy, what we can do, we can kind of reduce the range of motion. You can kind of come up as high as you can before you come back down. Be careful as you're coming back down there. So 10 kneeling front raises. Hopefully you got a little bit lighter weight. If your weight's too light, you can hold for a quick second. Give it a quick hold and then come back down. 10 total reps. After that, you're gonna need your set of weights because we have an alternating chest press. So on our backs, we're gonna have our 2 weights and we're gonna alternate. As one comes down, one is always gonna be up though. So come up, boom. You always got one at the top. We don't leave it at the bottom. So right here, 10 total reps. Actually, I'm sorry, I lied to you. It's 10 reps a piece, so you have 20 total there. But if your weight's super heavy and you can only get 10 total, 5 on each side, I'm cool with that as well. Find what works for you, because that is the goal today. All right, give you about 20 seconds to get ready. Last superset of the day, 3 times through, and then you got it done and you earned the rest of your day. So here we go. Kneeling front raise, let's find that first position. Good, 5 seconds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, kneeling front raise. Again, shoulder height. My arms stay nice and long. My ears stay away from the shoulder. So as we get tired, we have a tendency to let those shoulders start to creep up as we go, but keep them down and away. Think the ears are poison. So the ears are poison to the shoulders, so you got to keep them down and away. Raising straight up, shoulder height, control back down. After you hit your 10, you're right into the alternating chest presses. So drop it down to the back, straight up, and we got 20 total reps. So get them going, 10 on each side. Again, you want about that 45-degree angle here as we press up. You're trying to toss those weights all the way up to the ceiling. Don't actually let go of them though. That's gonna cause injuries. We don't want any of that. Good, as you guys are finishing up, you got about 20 seconds to go. And then we'll take that 30 seconds of rest. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll get into round number 2. Good, again, really press those weights away. Your chest is gonna stay on the ground. Keep the core tight so you don't have all that movement. Good. All right, first round of it down. We're feeling good. Got a little sweat going, hopefully. We got 2 more to go. 30 seconds and we'll get started with round 2. Front raises and alternating chest presses, going through it 2 more times. All right. And it's definitely in sight in this one. You guys have been working hard, earning your rest by working that much harder, right? 12 seconds, take some time, breathe, and then find that position for your kneeling front raises. All right, team, round 2, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Good, shoulder height, right back down. If I was using dumbbells, be just like this. I would probably grab the side and hold it up, that works. Or you can grab kind of the goblet way, whatever works best for you on your hands and mechanically for you, so good. When you're done with those front raises, we're back down to the chest presses, so drop it down to the back, and we got 20 total presses here. Good, make sure to breathe, control those weights here. There we go, there we go. As you're powering through these last few reps, think about the goals. Why are you working so hard today? That helps us motivate in those last reps, keeps us tight, keeps us thinking about the things that we should be, keeps us keeping those goals in mind. We're working hard here for a reason today. Everyone's got a different reason though. Here we go. As you guys are finishing up, we're gonna start the 30 seconds of rest, and we got 1 more round today. So 30 seconds, and we'll get started with that last one. And then we're gonna do some belly breathing actually as our recovery today. So we're gonna bring it down, let everything kind of relax, and really focus on our breathing. We'll do some box breathing while we do that as well. But we're gonna focus on just you today. All right, here we go, 8 seconds. Let's find our position for our kneeling front raises. Again, keep those hips forward, don't let them fall. Here we go, 2, 1, 10 reps. Good, now, and this time, I want you to take it slower with the front raises. It is our last round, so we're gonna get even more work here. Shoulders stay down away from the ears still. Shoulder height, control down. Good, when you hit your 10, that's all the front raises we got. We're gonna finish up with our alternating chest presses. Whew, here we go. If you're still doing those front raises, that is okay. Keep going nice and slow, no rush. Then our chest presses, again, we got 20 total reps, 10 on each side. Good, so press those things away. If they're light, move those things with speed today. If they're heavy, we're going. We're working hard. Really grind out these last couple. The end, again, is right in sight. Good. Last high intensity thing we have today. You guys have earned your rest. Give you about 30 seconds to finish up here. Whatever you got to do to get through, go for it here. All right, 15 seconds. Good. There we have it, guys. 3 supersets down. We're going to get into some belly breathing to recover, but way to go. Way to get that one done today. 3 supersets down. You guys nailed it. So for belly breathing, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down to the ground. I want you to lay on your back, about a 90-degree bend in the knees, but my feet are flat, and my arms are about a 45-degree angle to my sides. Now, what we're going to do, box breathing. All we got to do is count to 3, but we're going to do it 4 times. So inhale for 3, hold for 3 seconds. Exhale for 3, hold for 3 seconds. And then we just repeat that. So right back to inhale, 3 seconds, hold 3 seconds, exhale 3 seconds, hold 3 seconds. So I'll count you out for the first 2. I want you to go through about 10 of these. Take some time. You can close your eyes. You can just forget about all the stress from the first part of your day and get ready to crush the rest of your day. So let's start it out by just taking a big breath out, blow all the air out. Good, and then 3 seconds breathing in. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Now keep going on your own. Count it in your head. Breathe in, breathe out, holding in between. Good. Now, as you guys finish up today, this is going to be what we have for you. Thank you all so much for knocking out this great workout. Take some time, relax, finish up your belly breathing, but thank you again for all the hard work today. My name is Coach Christian, and we will see you on the next Coach Care Connect Daily Virtual Workout.